So, got Yankees lineup today for you. Playing the Baltimore Orioles in their opener today, 3:05 p.m. in Camden. I had a question for you. What happens to Josh Donaldson and the Yankees if he goes on the IL? We still don't know whether they're putting him on the IL or not. They're taking it day to day apparently, and so the options, option one, in my opinion, are call up Oswald Peraza, right? But do they play him at third on a regular basis? I don't know. And why would they do that? If they have Oswaldo Cabrera who could play third base, or IKF who could play third base, you have guys who can credibly play the position right now. So why would you call up a guy and sit like an Oswaldo Cabrera? I mean, ultimately you want to have Cabrera and Peraza in the lineup with Volpe too, right? To get that infusion of productive youth. But so what do? Do they call up Peraza? But if that's the case, you also have DJ who can play third base. So then you have a logjam at that position. So what exactly do you do is the question. Okay, so that's option one. Okay, let's just say option two is they call up an outfielder, because keep in mind too, and if you're playing Oswaldo Cabrera or one of these guys, or especially Oswaldo Cabrera, if you're going to play him at third base, then you're taking away an option on the bench for the outfield. And I know Frankie Cordero's here too, but maybe if they do that, then you can call up someone like Willie Calhoun, who can, you still have another bench guy who can, you can alternate between Frenchie or Willie, and you can play Oswaldo Cabrera at third base or whatnot, and just keep floating around IKF or do something like that too. So the options are, there's a couple of them. And then obviously the last one, you just do nothing. You ride it out, and then you go what you got, and you bring up, because you can't call up Johnny Brito, right? Johnny Brito can't be called until the 18th. It's a 15-day waiting period. So that option's out. So what do? Right? Do you call up just another reliever? Because Boone did say he was going to go to a bullpen game next week at some point. So because of the day off and the 4-man rotation that they're gonna do while they wait for either Johnny Brito or Luis Carlos Rodon or somebody like that. So they can just do nothing and just call up a pitcher, and maybe a Matt Crook, okay, who is available to, and he's from the left-handed side and he can go multiple innings. So those are the options. I mean, it's either you can call up Peraza, but what's the point of calling up Peraza if you're not going to play him, right? If you have all these other guys ahead of him, you might as well just keep him in AAA until it's the right time to have him up. Until Josh Donaldson, they decide this is okay. We got to end this. Unfortunately, we got to break up, right, or whatever they call it. And then you can call up Oswald Peraza and call him up here when he can stay up here. So what are the questions? The question is, what do you do? I guess we have to wait until Josh Donaldson gets put on the IL or not on the IL. I mean, those seem to be the most probably ready to be options. And you can call up Andres Chaparro, but why would you do that when he's not as good of a defensive third baseman as IKF or Oswaldo Cabrera? So you want to get to the point where you can have a lot of these young guys in the lineup at the same time, not some of them sitting next, some of them playing. So, but let me know what you think, folks. I want to know what you think. I mean, there's been a lot of different opinions, just like there's a lot of opinions on Gleyber Torres trade value. That video I did the other day is 4 ideal trade fits for Gleyber Torres if they decide to move him. So, and again, I know some folks there's no way you're going to get an ace pitcher back for Gleyber Torres. It's not going to happen. So I think that's the reality that's important to acknowledge, reluctantly, but acknowledge. So I'm getting some interesting comments, but everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it's all good. But now let's get to the lineup today itself against the Baltimore Orioles in Camden. Got DJ LeMahieu leading off, playing third base today. You see, they're kind of rotating around already. Aaron Judge batting second, center field. Anthony Rizzo batting third, first base. Giancarlo Stanton's DHing, cleaning up. Gleyber Torres at second base, batting fifth. Oswaldo Cabrera's in left field, batting sixth. Jose Trevino's at the dish, right, batting seventh. Frankie Cordero in right field today, batting eighth. And Anthony Volpe is the ninth spot at shortstop. And on the hill, hoping for a rebound and a better second game than the first, is Mr. Clark Schmidt. So that's the lineup for today's opener. This is the home opener for the Baltimore Orioles against the Yankees. So in a revamped, already yard wall pushed back in left field, Camden Yards. But I think this could be a good if Anthony Volpe is going to get his first home run, I think this is a good stadium to do it. So I think he's got a good shot there. But Yankees seem to hit well on Camden Yards as well. But that's the lineup, and I want to know what you think about Josh Donaldson, because what and this is what's the the problem is, and look at this, no IKF, no Hicks in the starting lineup either, which I'm sure a lot of people are happy about. But this is the problem: you have so many unproductive pieces on the roster, right, in the dugout, on the field, or whatever, in the lineup, that it makes it difficult to. I mean, you have to be. I mean, they're essentially going to have to make multiple moves while eating money. And again, that's a Hal thing. That's not a Cashman decision. That's a Hal thing. So he's got to, if he gets the green light, Cashman will pull it off. He'll do it. But we'll see. We'll see. That's the other $1 million question. But right now, you got a guy. You have guys here. DJ, you got Oswaldo, you got Ikef, who could play third base. So it doesn't really make much sense, as much as I really want Peraza up here. The only way it makes sense, obviously, and that's one reason I made that video the other day about the Gleyber Torres trade, because we have players that you could replace him with Torres. And we've also said this, the only way you move Torres is for an impact player or a couple in return, not just for some dude. You move him for an impact player. So, there are a couple of scenarios that have to present themselves in order for these things to happen. Okay, and they're not gonna be make emotional moves, and they don't do that. That's not how the Yankees roll. I think we all know that by now. But let me know what you think of this lineup. Are you excited? And I'll talk to you later after the game. Yeah, see you later. Go Yankees.